Whelan has brought out a paper looking at the pendulum test to detect extensor spasticity. So essentially, you have people who have spasticity. It's in their lower extremity. The knee is becoming spastic, and obviously the joint can't, but it's going to be the rectus femoris muscle that becomes spastic, and you find extensor spasticity. Then it leads to abnormal gait, right? So diagnosing this can be a bit tricky, but at the end of the day, there are tests for this, and they're saying the pendulum test is one, and now they go and look at 131 knees from 93 patients, and they're looking to see if this actually predicts that it's happening. Yes, it does have very good predictive potential. So yes, this is a test worth using to detect extensor spasticity in these patients. Now, when you find it, what do you do? What we find over and over again is spasticity is a manifestation of overactive anterior horn cells. Why? When you have an upper motor neuron lesion, there's going to be truncal hypotonia. To stabilize that hypotonic trunk, what happens is the peripheral muscles start to tighten up, and that's what we see as proximal spasticity, which eventually leads to what they're calling here as knee spasticity, which doesn't actually exist. It's just a muscle that's overactive. If we work on the core, make it stronger, those muscles should not have to spasm as much, and with proper treatment of the spasticity, this could come down. That is the value of this paper. But diagnosing it is important, because if you find it, you can treat it, and you know which muscle groups and what actin chains are going to be in problem.